What up, everybody? Rarity here. So you want to save your world buffs, eh? And maybe play your main throughout the week or buff at your own pace? Well, today I am going to go through and let you know how to save your world buffs in World of Warcraft Classic now that the patch 1.13.7 is here. So without further ado, let's jump right in. In order to save your buffs, you will need a new item called the Chronoboon Displacer. After a 5-second cast, it will store your buffs and give you a new item called Supercharged Chronoboon Displacer. And then you can click on that item, and after a 5-second cast, it will restore your buffs, consume the item, and give you a 1-hour cooldown before you can use another one. Yes, you heard me correctly. The item is consumed and it costs 10 gold. So if you want to do a buff chain where you store your buffs along the way, then you will have to spend 10 gold each time you store your buffs. So how do you get one of these Chronoboon Displacers anyways? Well, there are two different routes. One, you can head out to Chromie in Western Plague Lands and complete 2 of her quests to gain access to her store and then purchase the item for yourself. Or you can head to your nearest auction house and purchase one from another player. Yes, the item is not soulbound nor unique, so you can hold more than one and purchase them from your fellow players. My server has the Chronoboon Displacer selling for 10 gold and 50 silver each on the auction house. Now, this isn't much more expensive than what Chromie is selling it for, but I anticipate this price to go up as people are less willing to run out to Western Plague Lands to purchase some and put them up on the auction house. So if you want to save a little bit of money and gain the ability to purchase this for yourself, I will quickly detail the 2 quests you have to complete in order to do so. First is a quest called A Matter of Time, where Chromie will give you an item called Temporal Displacer. You must take this to nearby silos and use it to summon temporal parasites. Kill 15 of them, but be careful because additional ones can spawn after you kill one, and then head back to Chromie to complete the second quest. Next, Chromie will have you do the quest Counting Out Time, where you must go out and find 5 Andor watches. These can be found in nearby ruined homes and lockboxes, and the most challenging part about this portion of the quest will probably be the competition that you'll have for the respawn of the lockboxes. Being that this is brand new and I am on a PvP realm where this quest overlaps with the other faction, these 2 quests took me about 30 minutes with half a dozen death runs, and that's mostly because I was just focusing solely on quest objectives because I wanted to get through and I didn't know how long the chain of quests was going to be. Overall, I think the implementation of the Chronoboon Displacer will work for the community's needs. However, I think the implementation could have been a little bit better, unless Blizzard's idea was to add another gold sink into the game, which in that case, I would say mission accomplished. I would have liked to see this item be soulbound and then therefore unique. I wouldn't have cared if the quest chain was more rigorous or the one-time purchase of the item was much more expensive. I think the fact that you're going to have to make sure you always have one of these on you or carry multiple around will be a little bit of a nuisance. Now, you could go through and get all your world buffs in one go like people do now and then use this Chronoboon Displacer instead of raid logging for the week, but if you want to buff at your own pace or you want to gain some buffs and then later log on for an Oni because the cooldown timer doesn't match when you have available time, then you're going to have to use multiple of these displacers, and it could cost you anywhere from 2 to 4 times as much gold as if you were to do it one time through. With the min-max mindset of World of Warcraft Classic, I know that there's going to be people out there who take 4 of these Chronoboon Displacers out with them when they go to start doing their world buffs, and after they get one, they pop their Chronoboon Displacer and then get to their next buff, unleash their Supercharged Chronoboon Displacer, pick up their new buff, log out, wait the hour cooldown until that they can pop another Chronoboon Displacer, where then they log in, pop it, save their buffs, go to their next location, and repeat the cycle until they have everything. And I could see this process trickling down to those who don't virtually need 100% of their buffs. They're not doing world fastest clears, and I just feel bad for those who are going to go through and utilize more of these than they need to. And really, this is where I wish that the item was unique, soulbound, and you only had one of them so that you could buff at your own pace without having to have multiple. The Chronoboon Displacer tooltip does not mention Warchief's Blessing or Darkmoon Fair. Now, I have tested with Warchief's Blessing, and that is something that can be stored, but for Darkmoon Fair, I think we're going to have to wait for the next fair to test this out. I, for one, am glad that the Burning Crusade is right around the corner and world buffs will be all but useless, but I do feel a little bit bad for those classic era players who plan on sticking around and playing on those classic servers, and because this will be a little bit of a gold sink for them. Granted, they will have the option to continue playing their character throughout the week, and that can make some gold, but I don't think the implementation is exactly perfect, but I don't think there's ever going to be a perfect solution for anything really. And I mean, at the end of the day, I think that this really is just a little too late from Blizzard. For those classic era people, sure, but I mean, Classic's been out for 20 months now, and it could have been way helpful many months ago, many phases ago, but it is what it is, I guess. So if you guys found something interesting in this video, go ahead and leave a like down below, help other people find it. Leave a comment, let me know what you guys think, and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on Classic as well as the Burning Crusade, and I will see you guys in the next video. Rarity out.